Over all the games happened on Saturday. Only five. Let's get into it. The first game is the Phoenix Suns beating 76, 76 as well. Wow, what a game! The Suns this season. That's what getting a veteran player on your team does. It just help you win. I mean, they added Chris Paul. I mean, how good is Chris Paul at this age? I don't know, but being a leader, it really helps. They are 16-9. They won five straight, fourth in the Western Conference. So you better watch out. Yeah, the Sixers side, Joel Embiid, another great game, 35 points. His efficiency, again, 52%. I just don't know if he's more like a 50-80 guy in terms of efficiency. And he's shooting 54% and 85% from the free throw line. If those two fall off, he'd still be top 10 very comfortably. What a great year for Joel Embiid. Tobias Harris, 18 points, just so efficient this year. He is the 37th ranked player, just so efficient. 52% from the field, 90% from the free throw. I expect those to not be at the level. Maybe low 80s, 85% free throw shooter, 52% from the field. That's really, really high. But the defensive stats have fallen off. 0.8 steals and 0.8 blocks. Danny Green, 30 minutes. He's a streamer. Got 30 minutes here. Seth Curry. This is why he's not a must roster. He was, in my opinion, he was never a must roster. When he was shooting like 60% and 50% from the field and 50% from the three. When those fall off, which it did. I mean, he did get COVID, so that impacted his play. But he was never gonna be that guy moving forward. Ben Simmons, 6 for 9, 18 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. He had an okay game. Struggled from the free throw line as well. And on the Suns, everybody played. Well, not everybody. Mikal Bridges is it's a buy low. He played 24 minutes, just basically put up nothing. He is still ranked. Oh, he's kind of falling off quite a bit. He's ranked 61st in category leagues. He's still ranked pretty high because he's averaging 1 block and no turnover. Great efficiency. That number is like top 60 and averaging 0.6 steals. He went from the league's best steals guy to per minute wise the lowest steals guy. I don't think I have ever seen a drop off in steals that I can recall. I've seen guys like getting no steals to a lot of steals. Him just 0.6 steals. That's really, really scary. He was averaging 1.5. At this point, just don't know. Phoenix, they maybe changed the way they play defense, and this guy is not getting any steals. Chris Paul's steal number has gone up already. So it's Mikal Bridges. I don't know. Maybe it's not a buy low anymore. If the steal number is not there, we just keep an eye. What else can you do? If you're the owner, you just hold. Hopefully, he can get you more steals. But 0.6, it's a joke. DeAndre Ayton, 11 points, 6 rebounds. Yeah, Ayton, disappointing season for Ayton as well. He, people thought Chris Paul is gonna dump him the ball, but the way they run the offense, he's just not gonna get a lot of shot temp. Just like a back to the basket, took only 6 shots. Devin Booker is the main guy, and a bunch of 3-point shooters attempting 3-point shots. DeAndre Ayton can only really get his, try to grab some offensive rebounds and putbacks. So probably the biggest bust in the second round. He's not really giving you enough counting stats. Good rebound though. The blocks this year is not even there. Devin Booker, 36 points. Another guy. 36 points is really great now, high efficiency. But the steal numbers, the assist numbers, the free throw, those 3 are supposed to be his really, high, supposed to help your team a lot in category leagues. But this season, let's just take a look at his ranking after he goes up this game. Still ranked 92nd. Actually his efficiency is great, shooting 48-49%. 0.9 steals, that's not good. But he was never a big steals guy. The free throw is another part. Only go to the free throw line 5 times and 82%. If he can go to the line 7-8 times, shooting 85% plus, his value would go up. But still won't be the first round value. He still won't give you first round value. Averaging only 4 assists. I don't think that will come back this season. Chris Paul, another great game. Might be a sell high moment for Chris Paul. With Devin Booker out, he's been taking over, and they've been playing really well as a unit. Chris Paul really, in the past 2 weeks or so, has really picked it up. He is ranked. I just don't think he's ranked 30th. On a per game basis, maybe obviously he has some injury concerns, and also there will be some games Chris Paul just be like, hey, I'm old. I'll let other young guys to take care of it. Jay Crowder 32 minutes. Not interested in him. And Etuan Moore only 14 minutes here. He played really really well with Devin Booker out. But now everybody back. Not enough minutes for him. The next game is the Indiana Pacers beating the Atlanta Hawks. McDermott, he can do that. He can occasionally go off. So you want to stream this guy for points and efficiency. He's one of those few guys can give you 15 points on good efficiency, but nothing else. Just know that. 3 for 6, 33 is 5 for 5. Really great from Doug McDermott. Sabonis, interestingly, only 27 minutes. Maybe in some foul trouble. 4 fouls here. 14 points. Really strong. He put up the counting stats like no other. The main thing is his free throw is low, and that really impacts his rankings in fantasy. If you're not worried about the free throw, he's really great. Just in category rankings, it's really skewed if the guy is a bad free throw shooter. If you forget about the free throw, they are monsters. They move up like 20-30 spots in rankings. Miles Turner played 34 minutes. His block numbers has been done. Only 2 block shots here, but that's okay. If he has a bad day, he blocked you 2 shots. He's still averaging 3.4 blocks and 1.1 steals. The steal numbers has fallen off. That's understandable. He was never going to be like a 2 steals a guy, or even 1.5. I have my doubts. But great efficiency all around, no turnovers, 14 points and 7 rebounds. That's what we hope Chris Boucher could do. Maybe not the 3.4 blocks, but 2.5 blocks. He can't do this all season, honestly. Maybe 3.4 blocks is a bit high, but he can block close to 3 shots. He'll still be a top 20 player as long as he's healthy and playing. Justin Holiday, a minus 12 in 30 minutes. Still okay, did what he does. 1 steal, he can get you 1 to 2 steal every single game pretty consistently. And the minutes is high. Hitting the threes, 5 for 9. And the efficiency is great. Nothing to complain here. Malcolm Brogdon has fallen off quite a bit. He does this every single year. I'm not surprised. 28, still ranked 28th. I don't see him as a top 25 guy. Maybe top 40. His steal number is still high, 1.3. Let's see when the steal numbers can fall off. I think he's maybe a one steal guy. But Pacers collectively as a team, they get so many steals. So a bunch of many good defenders on the team, and when your teammates are putting pressure to other guys, you can't just go in and grab those steals, or make your teammates are making them make bad passes. You can get easy ones. So maybe he can be a 1 steals guy, but 1.3 I still think it's a bit high, but not that far off. But the shooting has fallen off quite a bit. 5 for 13, but he averaged like 20 points and 7-8 assists, no problem. TJ McConnell, yeah, this guy is a must roster. He's not even just a will pickup at the moment. 32 minutes, must pick up. Must roster, see what happens. If he played 30 minutes, a must roster. 12 assists and 4 steals. I don't know. He's just being ridiculous. The combination of assist and steal. The only guy that's better than him, I don't know. Who is a better the assist and the steal value he provides? Who else is better? Westbrook over the years has been pretty great. Harden over the years has been pretty good, but they are not getting the steals like he does at the moment. And other great steals guys, they don't get that many assists. So really strong stuff. And 2 blocks, plus 32. That's why the coach has to play this guy minutes. He's a plus 32 in 32 minutes. Really scary stuff. And efficient from the field. Just not a lot of scoring of threes. Everything else is so great. Jeremy Lamb, 20 minutes now. Wow, that's a surprise. Maybe because TJ McConnell is playing so well. He was maybe a sell high, in the beginning. Just because majority of his value is from his efficiency and turnover. I just don't like guys like that. Some guys I can think of is DeAndre Hunter, Norman Powell. Their value is just insane efficiency, as a result, high scoring. But once those fall off, you got nothing. On the Atlanta Hawks side, John Collins playing huge minutes is just not putting up. I just don't think he's a top 20 guy. On a per game basis, he was like 7th or 8th last year, giving you a huge field goal. He's 43rd ranked player. I think this is where he is. Maybe not a sell high anymore. He is a really good field goals guy. And with Collins coming over, he won't be a big rebound guy anymore. And he's shooting 85% from the free throw line. I think that's got to fall off. I didn't even notice that. 85%. Okay, only on 3 attempts. So that didn't really help that much, but just got to be careful. He's not an 85% free throw guy. And 1 block is low. But everything else is probably going to be the level he is. So he should be a top 50 guy comfortably, but not a top 20 that people expect him to be. Clint Capella, 27 minutes. Had a great game. Wow, 27 minutes. That's a pretty huge stat line versus the Pacers. He is strong. Give you a lot of rebound. Huge field goal guy like Collins, and good rebound. That's just does what he does. The only thing is he doesn't give you 83s, and his free throw is bad on most nights. Put my camera real quick. Kevin Huerter, 35 minutes. You must roster him. The minutes is too high at the moment. We know his performance is going to be up and down, but playing 35 minutes with Hunter out, yes. Go grab this guy and roster him. 10 points, fine. 10 assists. Wow, that is really good to see. He was a pretty good assist guy for the past 2 seasons as well. 1 steal, 1 block, 5 rebound. Good stuff from Huerter. He's going to be low efficiency from the field, but he filled up the stat sheet pretty well. But, when Hunter, he was a minus 18. But when Hunter comes back, but just 5-6 weeks from now, so you don't worry about him now. Trae Young, 36 minutes. This is what I worry about Trae Young. Some nights, he would just attempt 10 shots because so many guys got to eat on this team. And when Bogdanovic comes back, we don't know what's going to happen. He's 45th ranked, sure. Averaging 26 points, yes. I don't think he's averaged 30 points, almost 30 points like he did last season, just because all the guys are joining. 9.4 assists, yes, I believe he can do that. The biggest drop off is his steals numbers, 0.7, and I just know his rookie season he was really bad in steals. Last year he had a great year, 1.1 steals. This year just come back again. So he's in 9 category leagues. Is maybe top 40 guy where he is right now. He wasn't going to be on a per game basis. He wasn't going to be a top 10 player, a top 15 player, because he has a lot of flaws in his game, his fantasy game. Low field goal, low steals, low blocks, low rebound, a lot of turnovers. But the guard stats is really strong, right? The points, the assists, the free throw, especially this year, he is by far the biggest free throw anchor in the entire league. Right, 10 free throws a game, 89%. Don't know if this will continue if the team figure out. He still attempted 11 shots here, so he's been really good in that category. 14 assists is really strong, but just no defensive stats. Kevin Huerter, yeah, I'll talk about Kevin Huerter. Cam Reddish played better this game, 1-1. He's getting the minutes, but you really only stream him for steals. You don't really trust him in any other categories. And Gallinari, is it time to pick him up? He's still very up and down, a minus 20. Very up and down. But I just believe that if your team don't really need the defensive stats, he's really great in free throw. 2 for 4 here, but you're not going to, trust me, you're not going to get other guys on the waiver wire. He could be a top 10 guy in free throw. Playing 30 minutes, he could be a top 10 guy. That helps you in free throw percentage. So that's great value right there, but pretty much negative in defensive stats, mainly. That's his biggest flaw. The next team is our New York Knicks beating the Houston Rockets. Well, Knicks, I mean, this is what getting a new coach does. Tom Thibodeau really, they're in the Eastern Conference, so 13-5, they're still in the playoff. So they might just make the playoff. I'm rooting for them. And they play the Sixers in the first round, probably for 1, for 2. I don't know. But doesn't matter. Good to see them making the playoffs at least. Houston Rockets side, they got destroyed. DeMarcus Cousins played 21 minutes. The minutes are not high, but he can't really fill up the stats. He 10 rebounds here, so not great efficiency. Sorry. You still hold to him. The per minute, he can be good. PJ Tucker not so much. They still play this guy such high minutes. I expect him to get traded. So guys like Jason Tate, David Nwaba, Sterling Brown, all those young guys, Daniel House can play more minutes. those guys' minutes are really up and down at the moment, and Oladipo is out. So we'll see who gets with Oladipo out. Eric Gordon is a must roster. He was probably a must roster already. He can average close to 20 points, and that's valuable. And a good volume of threes. And sometimes he does a little bit of everything. He doesn't do other stuff that well, but whenever he give you 6 assists, 1 steal, and 1 block, you take it. No turnover. Great game from Eric Gordon. John Wall, had a great night from the free throw line. 5 for 6. That's what I'll be watching him all season. The rest of the line looks fine, to be honest. He can give you 20 points. He can give you 6, 7 assists. He can give you some steals. Great game from John Wall. As long as he's playing. Jae'Sean Tate, no defensive stats here, so not much to talk about. David Nwaba, Sterling Brown, with Oladipo out, they still didn't get that many minutes. So just hopefully PJ Tucker gets traded eventually, and maybe they don't just play Eric Gordon that much. I don't know. Rockets, they are definitely trying to win, but in the Western Conference it's tough. They're 11-5, 13. In the East, yes, they can maybe make the playoff. In the West, it's just too hard. But they're winning games, without Harden and Westbrook. Daniel House, I thought it's a pickup time for Daniel House. He just played horrible. Still give you 3 blocks. I would still keep an eye on him. He's gonna be up and down, but with Oladipo out, if he can earn himself 30 minutes, he might be valuable because the defensive stats seem to be up. And he hit threes, low turnovers. That's a great recipe for a good fantasy player. On the Knicks side, let's see what D-Rose come. With the arrival of D-Rose, what impacts. I think the biggest thing is Julius Randle's assist numbers. It's been 2-3 games. Randle hasn't had a great assist game. He's been averaging 6 assists all season. I think the assists is gonna go down a bit, but I think maybe his efficiency goes up. His turnover goes down a little bit. He doesn't have to do all the playmaking. A great game from Randle. 33 minutes, 7 for 8 from the free throw line. Again, I don't know. If let's say if in category leagues we know Randle is gonna shoot 80%, he will get drafted top 50. Yes, the free throw was the only concern to a lot of fantasy owners. I think we know he's not a great defensive guy, but we know he fill up the stat sheet. He had a really bad year last year though, but just the free throw is insane. 9 rebounds, 2 assists. A block, 22 points, yes. But with D-Rose coming, maybe once his assist dips, he's just gonna be a rebound and points guy. Not the 6 assists. Reggie Bullock played 25 minutes, didn't do anything. The big news here is yes, Nerlens Noel starting playing huge minutes for personal fouls. I think I would. We don't know how long. Mitchell Robinson is going to be out at least for a month. So roster Noel, obviously, and I would sell him after a few nice games, right? I think him playing the starting role, he's going to be a bit less aggressive, right? So don't expect like crazy block numbers like 4. You can't really look at him be like, hey, per minute, 15 minutes, he's a monster. If he played 30 minutes, multiply the stat by 2, because he's gotta be. He picked up 4 personal fouls here. He's gotta be less aggressive on getting the blocks. Otherwise, he might just be benched or in foul trouble. Right? He can't be as aggressive as blocking shots and even getting the steals. That's where his main value from. So let's say the next 2-3 games, he give you 3 steals and 3 blocks every single game. You try to trade him. You try to trade him for. I think if your team really want the stocks, you try to trade him for Miles Turner. Add another top 60 guy or 70 guy and Nerlens Noel, and you get Miles Turner, right? I trust Miles Turner because this season he played 30 minutes, averaging 3.5 blocks. Yes, I don't know about Nerlens Noel. I just don't know if he played 30 minutes what's gonna happen. There are a lot of question marks. So I would and we know that it's not gonna be a long-term value thing. Mitchell Robinson got to come back eventually. 4 to 6 weeks, yes, it's a long time, but eventually Mitchell Robinson is going to come back and he's going to play 50 minutes, right? I just don't know if him playing from 15 to 30 minutes, how big of a difference it's going to make in terms of how many steals or blocks he's going to get. This is just my opinion. I would package him and get a guy for like a Miles Turner or struggling Anthony Davis. Guys will be looking at, wow, Nerlens Noel, great. Giving me 2 steals and 2 blocks. That's really, really good, right? And add him with a top 60, 70 guy. Trade for AD, yes. Trade for Christian Wood, yes. Right, trade for Miles Turner. Oh wow, you know, trade him. Trying to get a ban. Even ban defensive stats has been done. So just I'm not too high on Nerlens Noel. I think just him playing high minutes doesn't necessarily translate to getting a lot more stocks, especially the blocks. In my opinion, RJ Barrett, it's time to drop him. Really seriously, 22 minutes, yeah, forget about him. With Arditos coming, look at all the guards. You don't want to rush any of them. RJ, Alfred Payton, Alec Burks, Emmanuel Quickly, and Derrick Rose is the one with the most upside. That's 5 guys right there playing 20 minutes each. And I forgot Reggie Bullock, also a guard. A forward guard, small forward guard. Just not interested in any of them. You only stream them when they have a back-to-back. Right? Yeah, RJ, yeah. Forget about him. Let's move on to the next game. That's the game of the night. Brooklyn Nets beating. It's the first time KD coming back to Bay. Is it coming back to Bay? Yeah, this game is playing at Warriors, yeah. 134, 117. Everybody back. KD, first game back from COVID. Sorry, not from COVID. He didn't actually get COVID. From COVID protocol. He played great. Not so great efficiency-wise. 33 minutes is good. 8 for 19. He should be a top 5 guy moving forward. The only thing is he doesn't get a lot of steals. That's the only thing. Otherwise, great. 8, 7 category monster. 6 category because the turnover. 7, sorry. Joe Harris, 27 minutes. Only a 3-point special. 2 steals and block is a surprise. So you take that. Bruce Brown started. Shot the ball really well. Didn't do much. While James Harden, just monster. Like 19 points. Yes, he's gonna average around 24, 25 points. But 16 assists, 8 rebounds, 3 steal and block. If he can get his steal numbers back to where he was in the past years. He's averaging 1.1 steals. If he can get up to 1.7, he'll be a top 5 guy. No problem. Top 5. And the assist number, yeah, I don't see why his assist number would fall. He can average 11. With Kyrie and KD, it's so easy, right? Just dump the ball, run in some plays. Guys coming off the picks, and Harden be like, "Hey, here we go, give me an assist." Kyrie 10 for 17, and Kyrie said after the game, like, "Hey, when Harden came over here, he said I wanted you to be the point guard." So expect Kyrie's assist numbers to be a bit lower, but not that much. But KD and Kyrie's efficiency should go up, with Harden's gravity. With just adding another great offensive player, 1 steal. Still Kyrie should be on a per game basis, should be a top 5, top 7. Him and KD both should be in that area. Jeff Green is another guy that's worth streaming on this team. 5 for 6 here, 14 points, and also DeAndre Jordan was out. Not much to talk about on the Nets really. It's just those 3 guys. Everybody is just streamed. And the Golden State Warriors side, Andrew Wiggins, great game. He still shot 50% from the free throw line. I don't know why that is. He's ranked 95th. Really, really great. And if his steal numbers can go up, it's at 0.7 at the moment. If he can be 1, yeah, he'd be a 90 guy. And the free throw is really, really low. 65 should be a 70, low 70s, I think. Low 70s. And just got to figure that out. Juan Toscano Anderson, 25 minutes. He has some short-term value. He was playing 40 minutes, 35 minutes earlier this week. 25 minutes, you can stream him, but doesn't really have any long-term value. Draymond Green went to the bench, went to the locker room, came back, horrendous, minus 26. 8 assists, 0 steals. He has definitely picked it up, but the efficiency is always rough. He's mainly assist and steals guy, but TJ McConnell does it better. So TJ McConnell has more value than Draymond Green, to be honest, at the moment. Kelly Oubre Jr., 31 minutes, great, 17 and 10. Steal and block, filled up the stat sheet. What is his ranking? He has put up quite a few nice games. In 9 category leagues, he is ranked 118th. While still shooting 45, yeah. I mean, at this point, you hold on to me. I think he can be a top 90 guy, 100. Just the steals, and he give you good steals and blocks and good efficiency. Sorry, not good. I lied. If the efficiency goes up, he'll be a top 100 or 90 guy. Curry, another great game, minus 26. Felt a little bit empty. 27 points, 2 threes, 5 assists, no defensive stats. Not much to talk about from the Warriors bench. And last game of the night, the Miami Heat losing to Jazz is just too good. They're honestly too good. They're playing so well at the moment. 22-5, the best in the entire league. Jimmy Butler shot 3 for 10, very weirdly 8 for 12 on the free throw line. Just one bad game from the field, but still filled up the stat sheet. 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals. Jimmy Butler continues to be playing really, really well after coming back from COVID. And they really need him to put up the big stats to win. Ranked 22nd, yeah, he can be in the 15 to 20 range on a per game basis, in my opinion. Pretty easily, pretty comfortably, to be honest. Kelly Olynyk, 30 minutes. If he played 30 minutes, yeah, you roster him. 10 rebounds and a steal, that's good enough. 30 minutes, yes. Bam, 7 for 17. 2 steals, no blocks. Yeah, okay game from Bam. They got they got destroyed as a team collectively. Duncan Robinson only a 3-point streamer, and Kendrick Nunn, I would sell him. If anybody in your league is not bright enough to think, because when Gordon Dragic comes back, Kendrick Nunn might just start playing 0 minutes, and I think Gordon Dragic is a job. When he was even playing, he was like maybe a top 100 120 guy. There's no point holding on to him, in my opinion. He give you a little bit of points and assists, nothing else. Tyler Hero came back from COVID protocol, 32 points. Okay game. You can roster him, but sell Kendrick Nunn. Sell him for who am I interested? Who is struggling? I will sell him for Andre Drummond. Yes, him and Norman Powell plus 241 for Andre Drummond. Who says no? For Drummond owners, right? Maybe try that if you got both guys on your team. Tyler Hero, yeah, not interested. Bogdanovic also a sell high, yeah. Bogdanovic and Norman Powell, or Bogdanovic plus Kendrick Nunn for Andre Drummond, for someone that's underperforming huge, right? For Marcus Smart, because he's been out for a long time. Just try that. I still think Andre Drummond is gonna be great on a permanent basis. He had his worst game of the season, but he'll be better. Bogdanovic, that's because with Mike Conley out, it's just very, very rarely. He only took 13 shots, but just playing much better. With Conley back, I don't know. I just don't think he's gonna be as. He's up on a hot shooting streak, obviously. What is his rank? He's 156, averaging 15, 16 points. Yes, he can average even 17 points for the season, but nothing else. Great from the free throw line, good threes, but nothing else. The assists, steals, and blocks almost non-existent. So that's rough, right? Royce O'Neal played great, really great, really, really great. That's why you roster him in 12-team leagues. He can give you 3 steals, 3 blocks, 7 rebounds for assists. Yes. If you don't need points, he's really worth rostering, like Nicholas Batum. Rudy Gobert, 30 minutes. Yes, great game, 3 blocks. He's just playing so well at the moment. Everybody's got a role on this team. Offensively, you catch and shoot. Mike Conley, you set up teammates, and Rudy Gobert and Royce O'Neal, you guys block shots, and Jordan Clarkson coming off the bench and score. Don't worry about anything else, just score. Joe Ingles started, had a okay game, 6 assists and a steal. You can't stream him for assists, meaning assists and some threes, and he was a plus 30. That is crazy. For a guy like that to be a plus 30, yeah. Donovan Mitchell, 32 minutes, didn't shoot the ball well, but who cares? Got you 1 steal, attempted 12 threes, but Mitchell was, he just so hard for him to crack even top 50 because he has great scoring, he has a lot of threes, but the free throw percentage is great, but doesn't get to the line that much, and the steals and blocks is also very, very low. I mean, give you some decent assists with Mike Conley out, only 2 here, but that's the problem with Mitchell. He's like Jamal Murray. They both went off bubble, but in fantasy, they're not great fantasy options, to be honest. Just a lot of points and threes, and everything else is really meh. Derek Favors play 15 now, interesting game. Why Jordan Clarkson, does what he does. 20 minutes here. 2 steals. 11 points. The shooting has fallen off, yes. But he's still valuable, can come off the bench, give you 16 points, 16, 17 points on high efficiency. and he provides other stats, unlike Bogdanovic. Right, he's been hitting 3 threes a game as well. Good to see him playing so well this season. And that's it for all the games. I will see you guys tomorrow.